Welcome to the peak of human civilization. It's 115 AD, the reign of Emperor Trajan. You've just been born in Rome, the capital of the world. Statues of gold, marble temples, and 1 million people all living in one place. You're not a slave, and you're not a gladiator. Congratulations. You are a free-born Roman citizen. You hit the jackpot, right? Wrong. In about 5 minutes, you're going to wish you were born a goat in the Alps. Rome isn't a postcard. It's a crowded, stinking, flammable death trap. And your life is about to be a series of very unfortunate events. You don't live in a villa with a fountain. You live in an insula. Think of it as a 6-story apartment building made of cheap wood, unbaked bricks, and pure optimism. Because you're not rich, you live on the top floor. In Rome, the higher you go, the cheaper the rent, and the faster you die. There's no elevator, just a steep, narrow, dark staircase that smells like a mix of rotting cabbage and stale wine. Your apartment is one tiny, windowless room. It's freezing in the winter and a literal oven in the summer. But the temperature isn't your biggest problem. It's the gravity. These buildings collapse constantly. You'll be eating your porridge and suddenly find yourself in the basement because the landlord used sand instead of concrete. And if it doesn't collapse, it'll burn. Rome has no fire department. They have the vigilas, who are mostly there to stop the fire from spreading to the rich neighborhoods. If your building catches fire, your only job is to jump and hope for a soft pile of trash. You wake up at dawn because, without electricity, the sun is your boss. You don't have a bathroom. If you need to go in the middle of the night, you use a ceramic pot. And guess where that goes? Out the window. Watch out below is the Roman equivalent of a morning alarm. If you're lucky, you hit the street. If you're unlucky, you hit a passing soldier who will proceed to beat you within an inch of your life. You put on your toga. Sounds fancy? It's not. It's a heavy, woolly, itchy blanket that you have to wrap around yourself in a complicated mess. It doesn't have pockets. It's hot, it stains easily, and since you're poor, you only have one. You smell like wet sheep, but hey, at least you're a citizen. For breakfast, you get a piece of bread so hard it could be used as a weapon. You soak it in watered-down vinegar wine just so you don't break a tooth. Since you don't have plumbing, you have to head to the public latrines. Picture this, a long stone bench with 20 holes cut into it. There are no stalls, no privacy. You sit shoulder to shoulder with 19 strangers, talking about the weather or the chariot races while you do your business. But here's the it sucks kicker, the xylospongium. There's no toilet paper. There is a sea sponge on a stick sitting in a bucket of salt water, and it's a shared sponge. You use it, rinse it, and hand it to the guy next to you. It's the most efficient way to spread dysentery in human history. Oh, and occasionally methane gas builds up in the sewers below, meaning a literal flame could shoot up out of the hole while you're sitting on it. Welcome to Rome. You spend your day working as a laborer or a shopkeeper's assistant for a few copper coins. The streets are so crowded you can barely move. Julius Caesar actually banned carts from the streets during the day because the traffic was so bad, which means all the heavy deliveries happen at night. So while you're trying to sleep in your flammable attic, all you hear is the clack, clack, clack of iron-rimmed wheels on stone. You are perpetually exhausted.
Citizens,
to keep you from rioting, the emperor gives you free grain and free tickets to the Colosseum. You go to watch the games. You think it'll be fun, but the reality is a 12-hour spectacle of blood. By noon, the sand is soaked red. The smell of animal entrails is overwhelming in the heat. And you realize that the entertainment is just a reminder of how cheap life is in this city. You're watching people die for a snack and a seat. Eventually, the filth catches up to you. You get a fever. You go to a Roman doctor. Bad move. Medicine in Rome isn't based on science. It's based on vibes and luck. The doctor might tell you to eat boiled cabbage for a month, or worse, he might try bloodletting. If you have an infection, his surgical tools haven't been cleaned since the Punic Wars. Most people who go to a Roman doctor don't die from their illness. They die from the cure. You're 35 years old. You're toothless from the grit in the bread. Your lungs are full of soot from oil lamps, and you've survived 3 building collapses. You realize that Roman glory is for the 1% in the villas. For you, it was just a long, smelly struggle to stay alive. You lie down on your straw mat one last time, listening to the wheels of the carts outside. You lived in the greatest empire on earth, and all you got was a shared sponge and a 90% chance of being crushed by your own roof. Next time, maybe try being born in the 21st century. At least we have our own sponges.